Hello scholars. Scholars, today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter 13 from our students book. The name of the chapter is Can This Really Happen? Okay, in this chapter we will study about natural mysteries. Means in our nature whatever mysteries are there we will read few of them. Okay? So let's start. Okay, before jumping towards a lesson, we will see few questions are here, riddles. Okay, and scholars, one important thing I want to tell you that this chapter question answers I am not going to send you because we don't have any question answers in this chapter. Okay, so question answers from this chapter is not going to come in your exam. Only this chapter you have to read for the practice of your comprehension. Okay, and please be remember question answers or any textual exercise of this chapter I am not going to ask in exam. Clear? Okay, see scholars, here few questions are there that what has a face and arms but no body or legs, means which thing is having face and arms but no body or legs. So like this many interesting riddles are there which you have to try to solve by yourselves. Try it, discuss in your family, ask from your friends, and try to get answers of all this, but don't google it, try to do by yourself. Okay, and otherwise I will send you notes, and in that notes I will send you answers of these riddles also, right? Okay, nature is full of surprises and wonders, and it is indeed fascinating to learn about natural wonders from around the world. Some natural phenomena are extraordinary and have an almost uncanny feel about them. It is difficult to believe that such phenomena exist. From the moving rocks of the Death Valley in the United States of America to the stationary lens shaped clouds over Mount Olympus, the list of stunning and unbelievable natural phenomena is endless. See scholars, in this chapter we have to study about the surprises and the wonders which nature is having in her lap. Okay, there are so many things about which even we don't know, but they are like wonders. And in this chapter few natural phenomena are given, here it's mentioned that rocks of the Death Valley, rock means in United States of America there is a rock, moving rock in the Death Valley. So how that rock is moving, that is a wonder. That is about that there is no scientific reason. And there is one more thing that over Mount Olympus there is one lens shaped clouds, means clouds are forming in sky, but we cannot find that there is any particular shape of that cloud, right? We can also see many clouds during rainy season or before rainy season. We can see many different shapes of clouds in sky, but over Mount Olympus there is lens shaped clouds. Okay, the picture is also given here, and one picture is given in your textbook also. So these are the stunning things, and we can't believe on all these mysteries, we can't believe on these beautiful wonders, but these things are existing. Some of the world's most fascinating miracles can be seen in our own India. Imagine sailing in the Indian Ocean and witnessing the incredible glowing expanse of water. This magical sight is one great experience. Okay, so what is there? Many miracles are there in our nature, but many miracles are in our own India also. And about our India, we are going to study in this chapter, right? So its first thing is given about the Indian Ocean, that Indian Ocean is radiating. Why this Indian Ocean is radiating? Because of because of one microbes. Some microbes are present in Indian Ocean. Microbes, you know scholars, microbes are living organisms which we cannot see by our naked eye. that to see that microbes or to see any microbes, we need microscope, because they are very tiny, they are very small in size. We cannot see them with our naked eye. So some microbes are there, that marine microbes, means they are present in Indian Ocean, and the name of that microbes are phytoplankton. Okay, phytoplankton. So phytoplanktons are the microbes which are present in Indian Ocean, and they are radiating some lights. They are radiating their lights, and because of that you can see in night you can see some magical sights, like water neon color balls are visible. This is not mentioned here in chapter, but this type of things are coming in news, that some lights are coming, and some lights are coming at the edge of the sea, at the seashore, and these lights are coming because of the presence of microbes that are phytoplanktons. And these we are talking about Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean is present in our India, right? Now there is one incident in the year 2001. Between the months of July and September, Kerala witnessed a bizarre phenomena. Heavy and periodic downpour with red color rainwater lashed Kerala during this period. Okay, so it's about 2001, and between the month of July and September, from July to September, the month is of rainy season, right? So during rainy season, in Kerala there was one day there was a red color rain, means the Kerala was fully covered with red color water, and there is no scientific reason about behind that, that why the color of the water was red, why that day rainwater color was red, but it happened. Okay, this has been called red rain. Whilst this strange phenomenon left everyone stunned, scientists called it a meteor burst. Some articles also claimed that a detailed study revealed that the rainfall was colored due to airborne spores that came from terrestrial algae. Okay, they gave some reasons, but that was also not proven, means other scientists have not proven that. They gave some reasons only. Some scientists said that it's because of meteor burst, means while raining meteor burst, and at the same time rain was there, so that's why color mixed into rain. But and some said that it's because of terrestrial algae, and due to terrestrial algae some spores born in air, and because of that the rainwater was red in color. But there was no proof about that red rain, and it happened in Kerala in 2001. Okay, very interesting thing. But means now we can see many pictures related to red rain, but this is like horrible thing, right? And beautiful also. We often use the expression, it's raining cats and dogs. What would happen if it actually rained animals? Believe it or not, it poured fish in Jamnagar, Gujarat on October 24, 2009. So scholars, this is about our own Gujarat, right? Means Jamnagar is a place in Gujarat which is very famous for refinery, right? So in 2009, October 24, there was what happened during rain. They poured fish, means with rain fishes were there. With rain fishes came onto the surface. The peculiar incident began with the dark clouds, lightning and thunder. It was followed by strong winds, culminating into heavy downpour for a few hours. It happened on a foggy day, and when the fog cleared away, people were filled with bewilderment when they found fish on the roads, rooftops and fields. Means everywhere after rain, everywhere, like we can see water, right? After rain we can see water everywhere, on roads, on rooftops and fields. In the same way, the people, those who were in Jamnagar in 2009, they found that fishes were there on the roads, on the rooftops and fields. While this was unique to the people of Jamnagar, this phenomena, Lluvia de Pisces, happened annually in Europe. Honduras. Means annually, means once in a year, every year, this phenomena happens. The name of this phenomena is lluvia de peces. Means what is the phenomena? This process that while rain, fishes comes from the heaven, right? So such things happen in Honduras, and in Jamnagar it happened only one time. In India it happened only one time. So far, no one has been able to find the probable reason behind the rain of fish in Jamnagar. So red rain, rain of fish, so wondrous, means it's unbelievable things happen in India. Apart from strange things pouring down on us from the skies, there are other phenomena that leave us dumbfounded. Okay, this about red rain, about rain of fish. This is okay. This is one strange thing, and the particular reason behind this, we don't know. But there are many more things in India about which we can't say anything, about which many people, great peoples, are unable to say that reason behind that things. Though out of that, there is Bara Imbabra, a shrine known for its excellent architecture, is a magnificent building in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. It defies the law of gravity. A unique feature of this shrine is that this three-story building is built without any pillars or beams. Means means here, law of gravity. Do you know about gravity, scholars? Gravity is a force of attraction. This force is applied by our earth, and because of this force we can walk and cars can run on the surface, right? This because जो अर्थ है वो हमें अपनी तरफ अट्रैक्ट करके रखती है, अपनी तरफ खींच के रखती है. Our earth is trying to keep us on the surface. Means there is a force applied by the earth on everything which is present on earth, and the name of that force is gravity, gravitational force. Okay, so but this here in Bara Imbabra, there in this building is a three-story building, but there is no beam or pillar on this building. Means how they built this building is really one type of question mark and unbelievable architecture. Like usually for making big buildings, for making apartments, we need to make pillars and beams. Without that we can't make these walls, because walls also want support, right? So that support we can give with the help of beams and pillars, but this three-story building is not having any pillar or any beam. This is in Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow. Another such wonder is the Lipakshi temple in Andhra Pradesh. The temple rests on 70 pillars, of which one hangs without any support. If you think it's an illusion, you can pass a piece of cloth or a paper under the pillar to check if it is true. Means there is one more thing about Lipakshi temple. Lipakshi temple is in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and this temple is having 70 pillars. This temple, see how so many different things are there in our India. First we read about the three-story building about Bara Imbara in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, right? And there is no pillar, no beam. And now we are studying about Lipakshi temple which is in Andhra Pradesh, and it rests upon 70 pillars, right? And 70 pillars, and out of that 70 pillars, one pillar hangs without any support. Means that pillar is not touched with the ground. Can you imagine that how it's hanging in air? Means that pillar is not touched on the ground, and people are just for checking that whether this news is correct or not. The people, those who are visiting there, they are just trying to pass a piece of cloth or paper under that pillar, and they can do it very easily. That's why now that's why, means this is visual. that that pillar is not touched on the ground. So that's why people can say easily that one pillar is not rests on the ground. Out of 70, this one pillar is hanging in the air. And this is really natural thing which about which we don't know the reason behind these things. We don't know, and many great peoples are also unable to give reason. We have all played games where we look at clouds and identify various shapes. Over Mount Olympus, the highest mountain in Greece, one can see stationary lens-shaped clouds. These form in the lowest layer of the atmosphere. The clouds look marvelous and beautiful. Okay, about this I told you in starting that over Mount Olympus we can see Mount Olympus is in Greece. Okay, and over Mount Olympus the clouds shape is like a lens, and it's looking very beautiful. The water in the rivers is generally free flowing. We all know about this, right? That in rivers water is flowing very coolly, calmly. However, the sand river of Iraq has been defined as frozen water flowing through sand. It is a spectacular phenomena which has left many bemused. Means in Iraq there is a river which they called as sand river. Okay, in Iraq, sand river means there sand is flowing instead of water. Sand is flowing from the river, and many people they saw, and they are amazed by that beauty. They are amazed by such a type of beauty which is present in our nature. This is not in India, this is in Iraq. The earth is full of natural wonders. Some of them have been explained by experts and scientists, and a few remain unexplained. What makes this phenomena unique is that each of these phenomena is a perfect blend of mystery and beauty. So scholars, many wonderful things are there on the earth. Some are in India and some are in other countries, but they all are very beautiful, and they are blend of mystery and beauty. Means we don't know, some few of them are we can't explain why they are like that. Scientists are unable to explain the reason behind their beauty or the reason behind their mystery, but they are present, and that's why they are perfect blend of mystery and beauty. Okay scholars, so try to read this chapter and try to remember the incidents about which, or the beautiful things about which is mentioned in this chapter. Okay, and in next video we will start something new. Till that time, take care. Bye bye.